Do not fear. Fear stops us to make better choice. The fear of what everyone else thinks about you, and the fear of yourself. Will I make it? How will it be if I do this? Don't stop yourself. Do not be afraid of anyone. Do not be afraid of a man, but fear God. Do not fear to stand alone. Do not fear to lose, because when you lose, you learn. When you win, you don't learn. You learn more when you lose. So we can do another video about winning and losing. You lose some battles, you gain some battles. But you cannot be afraid to make it, to fight, to do something new. Fear stops you from elevating. Fear stops you from becoming better. You fear how they think about you. Once you start to not care, you don't give a fuck about what anyone thinks about you. Some people gonna think good about you, some people gonna think bad about you. That's not your problem. Do not fear them and do not fear yourself. And it can be hard in this society, in this world. It's a lot of fear. Will I make it? Will I lose? What will happen if I do this? But you have to banish fear. And remember, the Lord is with you wherever you go. So you can't be afraid of what other people think about you and what they say. The moment you don't care, then it starts to happen. Then you find yourself. Then you win because you're not afraid. So many things fade away because people are afraid of doing something new. In the beginning, it's gonna be hard. It was hard for me doing these videos. In the beginning, you sit here, you talk about your life. You don't know what to say, but let it go. Let the fear go and try it and do something new. Before a fight, you feel fear. You're nervous. What will happen? Will he knock me? Will I die? What if I lose? But when you go in there, you become crazy. You don't think. You get adrenaline. So when you overcome your fear, you will feel much better. And you will get more strength and self-confidence. It's like when you do something that's hard and you do it so much that it becomes easy. Now it's easy for me to train. I need to go train. If I don't train, I get insane. It can be harder for me to brush my teeth than to go train. it becomes a habit. So do not fear. Do not fear them. Do not fear losing things, losing yourself. You will lose your mind sometimes. You will become crazy. What do I gonna do? I am afraid. I am afraid of life. I am afraid of death. I am afraid of all these things. But it stops you. So do something that you are afraid of. If you fear it, do it. And then you overcome it. What if you didn't do it? You do something you are afraid of. Of course, you should not put yourself in danger, in real dangerous situations. You have to be calm, wise. Pick your fights, and but also do not fear. And if you fear, they can feel your fear. If you don't care, if you don't have fear, it's gonna be okay. So fear stops you, and fear is something people attack. If you're afraid, if you feel fear, but if you don't care, if you don't feel fear, I fear God. That's someone you need to fear. Of course, we feel fear in a fight, when we are afraid, but then you overcome your fear. We have fears, we battle, but I fear myself sometimes. You hold yourself back in certain situations and let it out. Sometimes it's good to feel fear. If it's a dangerous situation, of course you feel fear, but fear stops us. So fear not, and do not be afraid of doing something new. And then you do it, and then you learn, and then you do more, and then you do things you are afraid of. And then you do not fear. Wow, it wasn't so dangerous as I thought. Because sometimes we think all these crazy things in our brain. Fear, doubt, fear of what will happen, what will people think about me, fear of yourself. And once you overcome it, you become stronger. So fear not. God didn't give you a spirit of fear. You have to be brave and work on yourself and overcome your fears.